My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of Uncharted 2 Among Thieves. And this review will have spoilers, so there's your warning. But many people say this is one of the best video game sequels of all time. But I'll go one step farther and say it's one of the best video games of all time, period. This is a perfect sequel. It takes everything you love about the original and just amplifies it in the best possible way, and it's glorious to play. I just love it. And before I start talking about each character, I love how we get more of the characters we love in the original game, but we also get some fresh new faces that added plenty. Just a perfect balance of characters. So let's begin talking about Nolan North as Nathan Drake, and this is one of my all-time favorite characters. He is the perfect leading man for a story of this kind. He's charismatic, he brings plenty of energy, he's passionate about this journey they're on, he's funny and a complete badass, but most importantly, he genuinely cares for those in his life, and he'll do anything to protect them. And I admire all those traits. I think it's such a well-written character, and yeah, like this game is just it wouldn't be the same without him. Then you've got Emily Walls as Elena Fisher, and this is such an easy character to like. She's a good person, she's trustworthy, she's tough and a badass when needed. Just fantastic all around. Then we've got Claudia Black as Chloe Fraser, and she's a bit more seductive. You don't know if you can ever fully trust her or not. But I thought she was really well written. She's smart and tough and a badass as well. And she just brings this certain level of chaotic energy to this game. And the love triangle is handled so incredibly well because it serves each individual character. Elena brings out the best in Nathan Drake. She truly loves and cares for him, and he can trust her. But then you've got Chloe, who, like I said, is more chaotic. She's self-serving, and it's like the angel and the devil on Nate's shoulder. And who does he listen to? Who does he trust? He's constantly having this dilemma, and I loved the way the game explored that. And the romance can be really sweet when needed. Then we've also got Steve Valentine as Harry Flynn, who is such an easy to hate scumbag. He's not trustworthy, he's a complete backstabber, and he's a wuss. So, but he still had plenty of personality, and I liked it whenever he showed up. Then we've got Graham McTavish as Zoran Lazarevic, and we barely see him in the game, but whenever we do, he just has that presence to him. He's just so evil and merciless, and he's a real threat, and you just get that impression. He's just a character you don't want to go toe-to-toe with, and he's an excellent villain. Then we've got Richard McGonagall as Sully once again, who's not in this game much, but when he is there, he brings his personality, and he's just such a great, easy-to-like character. We've also got Pima Dunup as Tinsin, who is a character that speaks a different language, but yet you still really like him, and that's just good writing. And last character I'll talk about is Renee Auberjonois, who plays Schaefer, who actually has a lot of depth to his character when you realize what he was and what he did to escape that life. Just, he's in like 2 scenes, but he leaves an impression. So the entire cast does a great job. These characters are great, and the story is just the perfect continuation of the first game. The story of them discovering Shambhala is just compelling, and the background story of everything that happened with Marco Polo is really well thought out. I love the way the game begins with the train hanging off the cliff and you're bleeding and you have to climb up. Like, talk about an opening. Like, immediately you're locked in. Immediately you want to know how he got to in this situation. Immediately you need to get out of this terrible situation. It's just a game that begins at a 10 and it never stops. And yeah, like, it's just a well-told story. Like, everything in the beginning with Nathan getting betrayed by Flynn has weight to it, and him wanting to get payback. And then other moments that need to have weight have weight. The scene where Jeff gets killed, despite us not really caring for him as a character, you still feel it and what it means to the characters. And how each character reacts tells you plenty. The Chloe back and forth is well done. The scene where Flynn shoots Nate just has so much weight behind it. Like, you obviously know that the train is going to go in a terrible situation, but just watching Nate get shot after sacrificing so much to protect Chloe, it just stings. And I love the ending reveal that there's no actual Sintamani stone, and that's actually just the sap of the Tree of Life. It's like the perfect last second reveal for this quest, and when you play it again, it's actually really well built up to. When you're in the one temple, you just see pictures of this tree, and it's just something engraved in your head, whether you recognize it or not. I also like how when you're playing this game, you go from playing as Nathan with Flynn, to Sully, to Chloe, to Elaine, to Tenzin. It just has a nice progression. It constantly feels fresh and new. It never gets stale, and the conversations that happen just, like I said, reveal so much about the characters. That one section at the end where you're trying to open the gate to Shambhala with Flynn, and you guys are just insulting each other the entire time, is written so perfectly. And then you've also got exciting action set piece after exciting action set piece after exciting action set piece. Like, this game does not stop. There's a moment where an entire building collapses, and it's just amazing to play. Everything with the train is just as thrilling as games get. It's so much fun. The convoy scene and hopping from one vehicle to another is also just fantastic. The scene where the bridge collapses and you have to climb up it as it's falling apart is just perfection. The city of Shambhala collapsing is also great. Like, it is just so thrilling and exciting, and it knows what we want in a game like this, and it completely delivers. The game can also be really funny. Nate has a bit more snark in this game, and it's just a very welcome presence when he's in jail and he's just like, "Face it, genius, you've been played." That cracks me up. Or, "Oh, I had a bucket." That's great. Or when he's with Chloe and she's like, "There's a hotel not far from here." And Nate's like, "Oh, Chloe, maybe now isn't the best time for that." And then she's like, "I'm talking about getting a good view." Oh, like, the jokes hit. And it never feels forced, And the graphics to this game, holy shit, it came out in 2009. How? Like, it looks amazing by today's standards. It really does. The motion capture, the way the actors emote is captured so incredibly well. The different environments, from the museum to the jungle to the city to the mountains, are all brought to life so incredibly well, and each environment feels distinct. I like how every location feels like it has a past. And the music by Greg Emerson is even better than the original. Yes, we've got the iconic theme, but some of the more cultural sounding music just adds so much. My favorite piece of music here is Reunion, and it just gets me every time. It's just an amazing score. It really is. And then we get to the actual gameplay. Well, it delivers more of what we love in the original. The climbing is even more creative and even more fun in this game. The puzzles are great. You know, not too challenging, but also not too easy. The perfect level of difficulty. The combat, on the other hand, is hard as can be. Holy shit, I died so many times. I played it on normal difficulty, and yeah, it's definitely a challenge. It's just so fun. You know, you can stealth people for a little bit, and stealth is definitely better here. Then you can face them dead on. You can just go about every area in so many different ways. The weapons are great. You've got RPG, a grenade launcher. Some of the enemies are tougher. Like, it's just always fun. As engaged as I am in the story, the gameplay is always top notch, and they always find ways to keep it interesting. And the final boss can be infuriating, but it's one of the best boss games in any game. Well, it takes both strategy and skill, and it's just lots of fun to play. So yes, this game fully delivers. It is a perfect sequel, but better yet, it is a perfect game. The characters continue to be great. The new characters are great additions. The voice cast absolutely nails it. The graphics look amazing. The music is fantastic. The gameplay is just top notch. And the story being told is just the perfect adventure story. Moments that need to have weight have weight. Moments that need to be exciting are exciting. And it's just so much fun that you actually get to play these moments, and the way each aspect of this game is just top notch. It is fun, it is funny, it is difficult, it is just perfect. I absolutely love this game, and I'm giving Uncharted 2 Among Thieves a 9 out of 10. Okay, have you played Uncharted 2 Among Thieves? What did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon. And Gavin out.